Opinions and excuses are like assholes. Everyone's got them. No one wants to hear them. This is episode 6. Let's fucking go. Promotional guitar. You know, the one that you might win when you spend hundreds of dollars at your local piss store. Just in the hopes that you won't have to spend a cent on your child's birthday present, so you can afford to go out and buy yourself another box of Woodstock to celebrate their big day with them. I mean, winning, right? Yeah. Well, I just happen to have one of these said promotional guitars. Now, just to be clear, I didn't spend hundreds of dollars at my local piss store to get one of these. I mean, I probably did spend hundreds of dollars at my local piss store, but not to get one, not to get this.
Molly.
Thank you.
What the hell?
49, 1098.
10 call 49.
Hello.
Anyway, moving on. So, right, the story behind getting this guitar was I just came home from work and my beautiful, gorgeous wife just happened to stumble across it on Marketplace on Facebook. And I got home from work and there it was sitting on the dining room table. And here it is. Jim Beam LP styled electric guitar. Pretty sure it's made somewhere like Wang Ting. It's like a Gua.
Why is everyone so fucking stupid?
Bloody China, because the headstock on it's about the same shape as the guitar in the last episode. It's quite yellow. Having been sitting out here in the shed with smokers and that. I quit smoking about 16 months ago. Hey, go me, right? But anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what's caused the yellow on it. Probably looks a bit whiter on the camera than what it actually is. Just your standard 3-way toggle switch, your 2 volumes, 2 tone knobs, 22 frets. The frets on this are actually quite small. I'm just wondering if they're maybe just, I don't know, not extra jumbo frets like normal. But they're comfortable enough and they're not very sharp. I can run my hands up and down and nothing concerning there at all. Again, 2 humbuckers and your normal bridge tail setup like with the other one. The saddle section here is actually quite thin. It's quite thin that way. So it might make intonating this guitar a little difficult, but we'll see. We'll find out when we get to that phase. The fretboard, I'm not entirely sure what this fretboard is made out of. Might be rosewood. It's not very scratchy, so I don't think it's eco rosewood, but it's hard to tell. I guess we'll find out once we get some lemon oil on it and see how that goes. The neck binding, or just the binding in general all around the guitar, I think it's supposed to be black, but I think the sun may have got to it because it looks like quite a dark green, which I will bring up a picture of. I only say it's pretty sure it's supposed to be black because the curve here is black and on parts of the headstock there it's black. So, but it actually looks really cool. I won't be matting the neck. I'll keep that as it is. The tuning pegs, unfortunately they're not Grover imitators, which would have been cool just for the hell of it. They're just standard looking tuners, nothing fancy. But, as you can tell, it's way out of fucking tune. But I'll soon be fixing that. Pretty sure the nut's plastic. Feels very plasticky, very Chinese-y. Are we allowed to use that word?
How are you so blind with eyes that big?
They're not that big.
My dear, they're practically Chinese.
Who fucking knows? But I mean, it's still a cool looking guitar. As far as, I think the two biggest questions around promotional guitars, they are, of course, do they play any good and are they worth anything? Well, I mean, playability seems fine. The thickness of the neck is a little bit bulgy for me, but it seems very even all the way down from the headstock to the body there. I might actually do some measurements on that and show you that on this episode. Again, we'll check to make sure the neck's straight, of course, and see how flat those frets are. Probably just fast forward through all that since you've already seen it in the last episode. But I might take off the truss rod cover there and show you guys how to how all that works if you haven't seen it already, although there's probably a million videos on YouTube on how to do all that. And of course, you know, because of Chat GPT, you can just fucking ask that fucking smart ass nod or cunt anything you want and it'll just come up with anything. You know, you don't need to watch real humans do it anymore. You can just ask that cunt.
The clitoris is located at the top of the vulva where the inner labia meet. It's a small, highly sensitive structure just above the urethral opening. If you need any other context or details, I'm happy to help.
Where's the fucking fun in that, right? Isn't it better to just watch dickheads like me make fools of themselves? Anyway, moving along. So, it's not bad. It's comfortable. It feels comfortable. It plays all right. And it's definitely not my first choice of guitar. Not by a long shot. But still nothing wrong with it. I mean, the main reason I say this is just because of the neck profile. It's just my own preference. Doesn't mean that people who might watch this won't think it's fine. You might actually really like the profile of it. It might feel really comfortable in your hands. And you might have big giant mitts and it's nothing to you. I believe that Gibson did make some custom style Jim Beam guitars, and I think they were designed for a particular artist, but I cannot think of who it was off the top of my head. But they looked really cool. The ones I saw looked really cool. They had a red stripe going across the top of the body over here. Obviously this one doesn't. This is again just a simple promotional guitar. But they looked really cool. Pretty sure, knowing Gibson, that probably cost them about maybe $2 to make, and they're charging about $20,000 to sell them, because that's just what Gibson do.
No way! I cannot believe it. The guy is a wanker.
I'm gonna be in trouble for that one, aren't I? If only I gave a shit. Anyway, so I'm just gonna take it to the bench, do my work on it. I'll fast forward through a lot of it, and the stuff that I possibly didn't cover in the last episode, I'll slow it down and show that stuff. And then I'll have a jam on it. Once again, music on this episode was done using this guitar, but it was probably done after I fixed it up, because there's a lot of crap on here. Anyway, let's fucking go. Alright, so here we are, back on the bench. I've already taken the strings off. I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I didn't do with the last one. So I have noticed when I tried out the old not straight edge here, that there was a bit of a rock in the neck. It's not sitting level. Helps to get the right side. I did have the right side. There we go. So there's a bit of a rock in the neck, which tells me that the neck is slightly bowed, which means that the truss rod is too tight, so I'm going to need to loosen it just to flatten that neck there, so take a bit of tension off the neck. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look inside the pickups, well, at least one of them, see if there's any names and stuff in there. That'll be quite interesting. Also, I'll check the thickness and that of the neck, both the diameter and the width there. And also I'm going to check the output of the pickups using my multi-tool. So with that said, let's fucking go, eh? So I'm just going to remove the truss rod truss rod cover here. Of course, do this with a screwdriver, but you know, he's got the time for that. As you can see, it comes off quite easy. Now, most new guitars will come with their own Allen key that is specifically for that guitar, although it probably matches a bunch of other guitars as well. A lot of the hex keys or Allen keys that you use are pretty generic. There are different ones, of course, but yeah. So as I said, it's got a bow, so I want to take the tension off the neck so I can flat it in out so it doesn't have that curve in it. So it's quite simple. We're just going to get the Allen key in there. The Allen key I'm using for this, it's got this little handy little pocket knife type Allen key wrench set, and we're going to go anti-clockwise. So that takes the tension off here. We don't want to go too much, but just enough so that it's going to stop. Take out that rock and it means that the neck's flat. And that's sitting pretty, I'm not getting any rock now. And there doesn't seem to be a gap in the middle. So that's fixed. Real easy. That's simple. Just checking to make sure that my good old trusty Temu notch straight edge, bottoms up motherfuckers, is actually straight, so I've just put it on the table and it seems fine. I was a bit worried about that, but it seems fine. So that's the truss rod. I'll leave the cover off until I've put the strings on, because even when you put the strings on, you still want to check that neck and make sure that it's still sitting nice and flat in that. I did notice there are a lot of rockers on this, so I will be fixing those up, but you already saw it in the other episode, so I'm not going to show it now. No point in that, you already seen it. So the next thing I'm going to do is check the thickness and the radius and the width of the neck. Just using one of these. I'm sure you all know what those are. Pretty simple. Make sure it's set for millimeters. Some might do it in inches. I just always do mine in millimeters. Alright, so the thickness at the first fret. Just looking at about 22.3 mils. So I mean, that's not too bad. It's not the chunkiest necks, but it's certainly not the fastest either. For, you know, when you want to do shredding in that. And the measure at the 12th fret is 23.7. So that's pretty normal. Like I said, it felt quite even along the neck from the headstock to the body, so it's not too bad. And of course, we're going to measure the width. So we're going to start off with the first fret, and the width at the first fret with the nut there, 42 mils. Not sure if you can see that on the camera there, probably not. That's 42 mils, and at the 12th it is about 51 mils at the 12th. That's pretty average. It's fun doing that. Been wanting to do that for a while actually. I didn't do it on that last guitar, which I should have, but I didn't. But I'm pretty sure that neck will be quite thick, a fair bit thicker than this one. It certainly felt like it. Now we're going to take this pickup out. I'll just take the neck pickup there out, and we'll see what's underneath. If it's got any writing or signage on it, then I may have a look at the bridge pickup there, but well, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? What do you guys reckon? Is this one going to have a name on it? Right, let's see what's underneath. Nothing, no name at all. Not sure, there's not too much light coming off the lights there, but you can see that, no name on it. So, some strange wire coming out the side there. Can't really tell what wood this is made out of. It's all been painted, so it's sort of, it's very flaky in there. The craftsmanship is just fucking A+ on this thing. But yeah, maybe to check, see what is what mud it's. We're gonna have to take the back plate off and we'll find out what the pots are. What do you reckon? Big pots, mini pots? I'm guessing mini pots. Chances of big pots on this are incredibly unlikely. Oh, I'll flip it over, eh? And see what's in the, see what she's running. So, same thing as last episode, we're just going to take this back plate off. Alright. Place your bets. What do you reckon? Big pots, little pots. If you get it wrong, finish your vessel. Yeah. Simple enough. Alright. And small pots, tiny pots. Wow, I think they might even be more tinier than that and that SG. Wow. And it's soldered quite tidily, but that's definitely, oh no. Well, that was fucking stupid of me, wasn't it? Where did that come from? Well, the wire's just popped off and I don't know where from. It's an earthing wire. Oh, I'll have to fix that one up. Coming from the tone pot, so it must. Well, I guess we'll find out when we get it plugged up and start playing it, alright? That could be fun. Anyway, put the plate back on. I guess we'll know if that wire's having a major effect on it when we do the next part and we check out the multimeter and see what that's reading. For those of you who may not have done this before, it's pretty straightforward. So on these multimeters, for testing out your guitars or your pickups, you want to go to 20k on the ohm section there. I'll try to have this there so maybe the camera will pick it up, but it possibly won't. Yeah, really simple. We're just going to put the black one on the there, on the end of the lead, and the red one will go on the tip. Everyone loves the tip, right?
It's just the tip, Hank. It doesn't count.
Tip counts. Fucking A, tip always counts.
And that is reading, I'm reading it upside down, but when it wants to go, 10.4. 10.4 on the bridge, and 10.3 on the 10.3 on the neck. Neck, I think it was 10.39, so basically the same. And in the middle, both pickups combined, it reads nothing. It's not reading anything. Come on. And the middle is 5.2. It's quite high for the middle. There you go. It's an easy way to tell what your what pickups you're running, how hot it is. So when I restring this, I've got a set of strings. I've got tight fit DR strings or whatever from Music Works. They didn't have any of the Dario sets that I wanted in stock, so I just grabbed these, just thought I'd give them a try, see how they go. Might be alright. Nice. So the rest of it, I'm just going to basically clean up the neck and do everything that you saw in the last episode, so you don't want to see that again. So once I've done all that, I'll be back into the jam shed and plug this thing up and see how it sounds. So yeah, that was nice and short and sweet, wasn't it? Let's fucking go. There you go. So I've cleaned it up. I've cleaned the neck, did the frets, did all that, put new strings on. Those strings, can't even remember the brand of the strings they were. They're not even worth remembering. I broke the E string just trying to stretch it out, so I had to chuck on a spare artist string that I had there. So that was quite disappointing. But yeah, it turned out all right. That wire, that loose wire in the back of the guitar in the cavity there, doesn't really seem to have done much. I couldn't figure out where the hell it went. It was a negative wire that was going to nowhere. Doesn't seem to affect much, although getting that noise coming off the bridge pickup there. So I'm not sure if it's doing it on the Doesn't appear to be doing it on the neck pickup, so it's a bit odd, but this is what it is. When it's playing, it doesn't sound too bad, does it? I don't know, what do you fucking reckon? Anyway, so as I said earlier, the the bridge here with the saddles on it, way too narrow, made intonation incredibly difficult, and I could barely turn the screws to get it to go right. It just wasn't working for me. So I did the best that I could with it. But the neck came out really good, or the fretboard came out really good. I was actually really stoked with the fretboard. The lemon oil really darkened it up and made it look really great. So, and there's that. The neck shape, as I stated earlier, it's not too bad. Now that I'm starting to have a bit of a jam on it, it's actually, I'm getting used to it. But still, it's a bit, yeah, it's still a little bit chunky for my liking. I'm used to LTD and Ibanez sort of fast neck or fast shaped necks, but it's all good. So if I was to, I guess, mod this guitar and, you know, maybe bring it up to some decent, I guess, playing quality, the first thing I would do would be to change out that bridge, of course, and probably the next thing would be to change the nut. I'd chuck a tusk nut on there, 42 mils, so they're pretty easy to find, and I'd definitely change out these pickups, because I know that pickups aren't supposed to make a huge difference, especially with today's sort of technology and all your sort of sims and your amp modelers and everything like that, but they's definitely crap, just absolute crap. And the sound that you're hearing from this is actually probably more because of my setup than it is the actual guitar. Well, actually it is purely because of my setup. Pretty sure that a professional luthier and guitar tech could actually make something pretty decent of this. I mean, after all, it is just wood, although like that SG in the last episode, I'm pretty sure this is also made out of socks and jizz. But I couldn't really see it because everything's painted and not really in the mood for drilling holes. So, as I pointed on earlier, you know, the two biggest questions around these guitars or promotional guitars is, are they any good and are they worth anything? Well, bottom line is no and no. I mean, it probably can be modded up to be something decent, but yeah, I'm not really sure it'd be worth the time. Resale on them, you wouldn't get much. Maybe a collector might actually pay some sort of decent money for them, but I highly doubt it. It's definitely a decorative guitar. It's definitely something that you would put up on your wall and just, you know, because it looks cool, even though it is Jim Beam, not Jack Daniels. Anyway, well, that's all really I got to say on this fucking thing. I was really looking forward to doing this episode with this guitar, but the process of it, after all the stuff that's done off camera when I was cleaning everything up, and that was actually really frustrating, especially doing that bloody bridge and trying to do the intonation and the action. It just wouldn't sit right. It was hard for me to get it to where I like it. So, yeah, I'm still contemplating whether I should make a display case for it and put it up on the wall. We'll see. I'm not that overly fussed about it right now. But anyway, you know what? I think I'm done. I think that's episode 6, done and dusted. Like, subscribe, comment, fucking all that shit. You guys know what to fucking do. You don't need to be told it a million times, even though we're going to fucking say it in every episode. And, you know, I think for number 7, I might do something a little different. I might yeah, we'll wait and see. See what happens. Anyway, that's me. I'm done. So, fuck you and see you later.